Good morning, fellow humans. Welcome to another fantabulous episode of Hyla Cooking. I'm Hyla, and I'm going to be cooking. We've had a lot of people ask for pancakes, and so I'm going to show you how to make pancakes today from scratch, people. So pay attention, because it's actually really easy. But the tricky part is the cooking, so we'll get a little close up on that, right, Chris? Pancakes are excellent to know how to make in case you have some extra time on the weekend and you want to show off for somebody, like say you had a little buddy sleepover and you want to be like, hey baby, I can take care of myself. Watch me make you some pancakes. It's very impressive. All right, I'm going to do it now. So all we need for this is like 7 ingredients. I've got a cup of flour, baking soda, baking powder, some buttermilk, which I'm just gonna show you how to make your own buttermilk substitute by using regular milk and vinegar, which is a good trick to know because who the hell keeps buttermilk around, and butter and an egg. So first step, put your dry ingredients in a big bowl. And I did not sift this flour because sifting is for suckers, but I am going to whisk it up. It'll get kind of fluffy. Let's see. I've got my baking powder, and I need 1 teaspoon of that to dry this out because I just washed it on my clean pants. So a teaspoon of that. And the difference between baking powder and baking soda is that baking powder has cream of tartar mixed in with it. It's baking soda plus cream of tartar, which is an acidic substance. And the thing about baking soda is that it gets activated to make bubbles when it hits an acidic thing. Like, I don't know if you ever did that thing when you were a kid where you mix the baking soda and the vinegar in like a 2-liter bottle and then it explodes and makes a awesome volcano. Anyway, food chemistry, lesson 1 of the day. Okay, so we're gonna whisk this together just to get all the dry stuff mixed up so you don't end up with like any lumps of baking soda or anything. Okay, so this is all mixed up and now I'm gonna mix my wet ingredients together. I took the liberty of going ahead and melting 2 tablespoons of butter because I didn't really want you to see my microwave because it's top secret. So what I'm gonna do now is use my muscles to open this. And this is 2% milk. You can use skim milk, you can use soy milk, you can use almond milk, you can use whole milk, you could use whatever you want, actually. You could probably use water. First thing I'm gonna do is put this egg in here and get that kind of beaten up. I'm gonna beat up this egg because I'm mean. And I'm gonna use my whisk and just break up the yolk. And then I'm going to use the same measuring cup to measure 1 cup of milk. An egg is typically right at like a 1/4 cup. This egg is just smaller than a 1/4 cup of liquid, so I'm going to fill this up to 1 1/4 cups. Get that? Good. And then I'm going to add in about a teaspoon of vinegar. And, you know, a teaspoon is about the size of this cap, so I'm going to put in that much. And then I'm going to mix that up some more. And then I'm going to put in my butter. And because this is all cold, it's all going to recoagulate and be hard. And I'll be sad, but oh, it didn't do so much. Okay, awesome. We're in business. So now that I have my wet ingredients combined thoroughly, I am going to add them to my dry ingredients. And then we're really cooking. Voila, pancake batter. Now I'm gonna let this sit just for while I preheat my skillet over here. And then we'll actually really get to cooking. So sorry I lied before. Okay, so this is hot. I can tell because it's hot when I put my hand over it. I'm gonna turn it down to like kind of a medium-high heat. And put maybe a 1/2 teaspoon of oil in there. If you have some spray oil, you can totally use that, but I don't keep that around. And then just kind of noisily smear it around. and let it get pretty hot. I'm gonna test it with just a sprinkling of water, which is a good trick to see if it's hot enough, because it does that. You don't want to do that obviously if you're like deep frying something, because the whole thing could explode or something. Okay, so I'm using my 1/4 cup measure to portion out perfect pancakes. Okay, so you can see these bubbles that are starting to form. That's the baking soda and the baking powder reacting with the heat. Well, it's actually the baking powder, I guess. And just watch them. Like, don't try to flip them yet. Wait till they look really cratered, and you'll see what I mean in just a few minutes. It usually just takes like 2 or 3 minutes. It's kind of mesmerizing. See, some of these bubbles are starting to stay now, and they're starting to become little holes instead of bubbles. That's what we're looking for, people. Like how scientists look for aliens. Oh, also, if you wanted to make like blueberry pancakes, you could drop in some blueberries right now before the top starts to really cook, and then flip them, and then voila, blueberry pancakes. Just like Waffle House. Better than Waffle House. Because I don't think Waffle House actually has blueberry pancakes. I should know. I go there all the time. Okay, yeah. So these are pretty close. They're not sticking, so that's excellent. Wow, I did an excellent job greasing the skillet. Okay, so this one has bubbles that pop and then they stay like craters instead of being bubbly or just like folding back in on themselves. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip it. Pew! Perfect. Let's do this one now. Oh snap, this one's stuck a little bit. See? Even Hyla fudges things up sometimes. Blam, that's where it stuck a little. Oops. Oh heck. This one's doing the same thing. I clearly did not get my oil smeared around well enough, but it's fine. And also that one could have gone longer, but I got impatient. Let that be a lesson to you. And give it like another minute or so. And this recipe makes like 9 or 10 pancakes about yay big. So it'll probably feed like 3 or 4 people. I don't know. If one of those people is a baby, then it'll feed more than that. I don't know if pancakes are good for babies though. Probably ought to consult your doctor, pediatrician. All right, so I just peeked like that, and that's done. Pancakes are done, man. Okay, so now I have a big, beautiful stack of pancakes, and I'm gonna put a little bit of butter on them. And honestly, I really am not a huge fan of pancakes. My husband likes them a lot. But yeah, I'm just not a huge fan of like a bunch of starch for breakfast, I guess. I like them better other times of day, I suppose. But these are still pretty damn good. Maybe I do like pancakes. But you know, like even if I didn't really like pancakes and I spent the night at some dude's house, like many years ago, back in time before I was married, and some dude made me pancakes in the morning, I would eat the shit out of those and I would do some cool stuff for him. Okay. Check out the website for this recipe and more lewd stories, and it's hylicooking.com. And I will see you at another breakfast table. Bye.